This is a Bike-urious reader, Dan Dutra, who brought his beautiful Ariel Cyclone to the show.
1958.
Wow.
Last year the Ariel was made.
Okay.
I found it up in Washington State, in Yakima, in a apple sorting warehouse.
Okay.
Been sitting there for about 30 years.
Okay.
Covered in rust. 2 years, stripped it down, did pretty much what you see. But everything was in good shape.
Yeah.
There wasn't, the tank I had redone, it was in great shape, with all the tinware. So a little bit of chrome and paint, and she came back to life. And there was 172 Cyclones made.
Right.
In the factory.
Yep.
So there's 12 left in the world. The interesting part about this is BSA had bought an Ariel 10 years earlier, in 1948.
Okay.
So they wanted to build an in-house 650, an Ariel proprietary 650. And BSA said, well, we're not funding that. We'll give you our A10 650 engine, and you can put different timing covers and kind of make it your own.
Okay.
So this is basically a BSA A10 engine. But it's a great riding machine. Rode it 120 miles yesterday, Laguna Seca.
Oh, wow.
Had it 85, couldn't do any better than that. But that's pretty exciting on an old
I can
road
imagine.
bike.
How it taken on the corkscrew, what was that like?
It was a ball. I mean, it was a ball.
Yeah.
The thing, I mean, after I got the hang of it, it was even more fun, the last lap.
Yeah.
And if you ever have a chance, go on the ride. Because the Highway Patrol they stop all the intersections.
I see.
So 100, it's like herding cats, but 100 riders.
Right.
They get you to like 5 of the coolest places on earth around here.
Yeah.
And
That's
then they give you
wonderful.
lunch, so it's like.
Hey, it doesn't get better than that.
Yeah, I had trouble keeping up with the big boy bikes, but she did. I think she did well.
Yeah, you look better than them doing it too.
Thanks.
That's great.
Yeah. What made the Cyclone special over the FH, which was they had painted fenders. It was a touring model, as they put a hotter cam in it and higher compression piston. So instead of 9.2, it's 9.9.
Okay.
Really.
So were you looking for a Cyclone for years when this just came up, or you just stumbled upon it? Like, how you said you got it in Washington, but
yeah, a friend of mine called and said there's one sitting up here. I said, I don't know who it belongs to.
Yeah.
Got on a plane. He took me out there, introduced me to the owner, and he says, I don't know what that piece of shit is. He says, but I'd like to get rid of it. And I checked the serial numbers on site, and because the CNLF denotes the Cyclone, and they were all correct. I said, wow, well, what do you want? I forget the number he quoted me. I called the shipper, and it was on its way to Redwood City in a day.
That's wonderful.
But it didn't look anything. I'll send you the pictures. I have pictures of when I picked it up.
I would love to see that. That's great.
So, but I love that. If there's only 12 left, in another 10 years, maybe there'll only be 3 left. I think it's just cool that hopefully some of us are keeping it moving forward. These bikes, so other generations can see that this is what they rode. And the tan seat, that's totally Ariel. That came from the factory like that.
Okay.
Because Val Page and Sangster decided they wanted to have it would be more gentlemanly.
Okay.
The hooligan BSA and Triumph guys. Isn't that a crack up?
That's great.
I'm gonna hold on to the front brake just in case.
Yeah.
Not that it works that well.
Oh, like it did. Wow.